Alrighty. Now, our hand has no blue mana, but it has 2 expedition maps, which essentially means Cloudpost plus Glimmer Post, or 2 Glimmer Posts, or we can get a blue mana if we need to. Also, we also have an answer for Kiln Fiend. We're on the draw. I want to keep this hand against him and see how it plays out. I think it's correct. I think this is better than having a random 6-card hand. So we're going to go ahead and keep. And he doesn't do anything on turn 1, so either we're going to get Lightning Bolt at end of turn, or he has nothing. We can't complain either way, so... I'd be very surprised if he doesn't play Kiln Fiend here, as that's the reason not to actually cast any spells on turn 1. So here we're going to play a mountain, play an expedition map, and pass the turn. And we're going to see if he plays around a lightning bolt or not. Doesn't really matter, but we'll see what he does. And he's not playing around it. Okay. So Kiln Fiend, we're definitely killing this turn. And depending on how much burn he does to our face, we're going to decide if we need to crack an expedition map for blue or if it has to be for a Glimmer Post on our turn, depending on whether we draw land or not. Alrighty, so he's attacking us, and we want to Lightning Bolt this guy. And he's cycling a Forgotten Cave, so he probably doesn't have a whole lot of action in his hand. Which is that's good for us. Oh, now we have... Well, we have 3, so there's no reason not to crack one for an island and cast Preordain. And the next 2 we get Glimmer Post with. We're at a high enough life total to where he can't just straight burn us out in the next turn or 2, so... Yeah. I want to grab an island with this one and cast Preordain. And hopefully Preordain into another land, although... Hopefully Preordain into another actual Glimmer Post. Both of those are pretty good. I'm going to keep both on top and draw the Glimmer Post first. And then next turn we get to play Glimmer Post and have counter mana up, and then we have a Hydroblast too in case he actually plays Kiln Fiend this turn. Which he may. And he's ending a turn without playing anything, so either he has a bunch of land or a bunch of instant speed burn. Either way, I'm not too concerned because I get to untap with a counter magic up now. So we want to play the first Glimmer Post and gain a life. And there's no reason to play a second expedition map here because we want to be able to crack ours and play a counterspell if need be. So we need 4 mana up, so we're just going to pass the turn here. And I believe countering anything that does 3 damage is worth countering in this match. So first burn spell he plays that does 3 damage that I can counter, we will counter. He still has nothing, he played a land, so he probably just has a bunch of land in his hand. We are definitely cracking this one for another Glimmer Post. And drawing more counter magic, that's good too. Now we can go ahead and play this expedition map. And I still want to leave 4 mana up to be able to counter whatever he does. It looks like he's going to Burst Lightning here. This is still worth countering. Mana Leak versus Prohibit. Prohibit can't hit Fire Blast. Mana Leak can in certain circumstances. so we are going to prohibit it. And we're going to come down to the point where we have the choice between Expedition mapping for a second blue source so we can cast Compulsive Research, or a third Glimmer Post. At this point I think I have enough counter spells in my hand to counter all the spells in the foreseeable future, which keeps us alive long enough to take control of this game. So I just want another Glimmer Post to have more life here to make sure nothing bad happens to us. And actually, we're about to go down to 8. Maybe the plan has changed. Yeah, upon reevaluating, we want to grab a bounce land here. That's what we want to grab with our Expedition map. We don't need the 3 life now, but we will take a free 2 life with our extra blue mana. And we draw Bojuka Bog, I believe. Oh, no, no fire. Okay. I thought he had a firebolt in his graveyard. My bad. So we want to play our Boiler Works, bouncing our Glimmer Post and pass the turn. And we want to counter his Rift Bolt. Yeah, we want to counter his Rift Bolt with a Prohibit here, I think. Because Mana Leak will clearly do nothing, and our Hydroblast is more valuable since it can counter Fire Blast, and Prohibit can't, so... Alright. I gotta make sure I do this right. Don't want to misclick. Okay, there we go. Cloudpost is pretty good to draw. And let's tap our bounce land in case he draws a Molten Rain. We don't need Bojuka Bog. And let's see, there's no 2-card combination that can kill us here unless he Fire Blasts us on his turn into... Yeah, even 3 needle drops. He needs to Fire Blast into 3 needle drops into another Fire Blast. Okay, yeah, I'm comfortable playing Cloudpost here. And getting the value for the extra life off Glimmer Post, so... And it's looking like this is going to be a Molten Rain, which is targeting our Glimmer Post. Essentially, this is a 3 damage spell, so we want to fight over it. He has no cards in hand. Yeah, we can fight over this one. I don't care about Fire Blast anymore. Now we can't draw enough Cloudposts. So, given the fact that he has no cards in hand, it still takes the same combination of cards to kill us, which is no longer possible since he has no cards in hand, I'm okay waiting another turn for the Glimmer Post to gain the extra life, and we can just cast Deep Analysis here on ourselves. See what we draw, okay. That's fine. And yeah. And it looks like he has Fire Blast or Burst Lightning. Looks like Burst Lightning. And he's going to be disappointed at our mana leak. And we're playing a Glimmer Post here anyways. Let's see. Okay, I guess we can actually compulsive research first. And see what we have. If we hit a real counter spell, then we don't need to play Glimmer Post this turn. Okay, we hit Hydro Blast, so we don't need to play Glimmer Post this turn. We don't need the Flame Slashes. We may need the Firebolt to deal the damage to him, to actually kill him, so that's why I kept that instead. And we can definitely play another Cloudpost here and wait another turn on the Glimmer Post. And it's looking more and more like there's no way we can possibly lose this game. Very anticlimactic. And here comes the Fire Blast, which we are definitely mana leaking. And there's the concession.